Actually, we did not start with any kind of goal in mind, but however, when we met with some of the community radio operators from across the country in a very small group, we realized that people actually needed to meet together. People needed to sit down together, learn the best practices. They needed to learn the mistakes that they have made, and also learn how to correct it. So I felt that there was a need for bringing everybody together, for cross learning, and also for basically discussing larger issues which are in the sector. And that is why the proposal was put up to the Ministry of Information and Broadcasting, and everybody supported the proposal. And here we are. We are in the third edition of the Community Radio Sammelan, and we seeing participation which is like more than 220 people. So it's been a very long journey and very satisfying one. First thing, I think it's I think the profile is getting very high of this entire Community Radio Sammelan. It's also because of the importance it is being given by media, the importance which is being given by the administrators and by the policy makers. Like we all saw that this Sammelan was inaugurated by the Secretary, Information and Broadcasting, and then the closing ceremony was attended by the Honorable Minister for Information and Broadcasting. So it only shows that there is so much of interest, so much of commitment, that this sector has to grow further and further. I feel that this is going to become much bigger, not only bigger but also better. I feel there were discussions about having even half-yearly meetings. So I feel that a lot of interest is coming where different states want to organize a smaller edition of the Sammelan. What I see in the next few years to come, community radio stations would start organizing smaller conferences, smaller meetings, which will all converge into a very big kind of a meeting ground for everybody in just 2-3 years to come. I think India has already become an example for the entire world, because people have been talking about the delay in the processing of the applications, delay in setting up the community radio stations and their operationalizations. But I think a lot of proactive steps have been taken, many more to be taken, because of which the numbers of the community radio stations it has definitely gone up. About 2.5 years back, there were only 60 community radio stations operating in the country. Today we have about 144 stations operating, and about 300 are in pipeline. No country in this region, whether you talk about Southeast Asia or Asia, I don't think any country matches up to this kind of a number. So the numbers are definitely more. Many stations are also beginning to make a very good change in the social fabric of the community. But there are many issues to be handled, many challenges to be handled. Issues of getting more frequencies, getting quicker approvals, also better synergy, capacity building. These are few issues which are now coming up in a very big way. So yes, I definitely see that many more things to be done. I think we are definitely being noticed by the world at this point of time. We also had international speakers. We had speakers from Philippines, from Africa, and they also told us that what they are seeing in India is absolutely amazing. I would say that the success of this movement will be when we have community radio stations in every nook and corner of the country, bringing the diverse culture, various languages of India together, and when community radios are actually truly representing the community voices, that they are not a front for anybody, but the community actually participates in the entire management and entire governance of a community radio station and raises issues and voices which are relevant and which are important, and ultimately they lead our country to the path of development, true development. That would be a day when we can call it that this movement has been actually been successful in India.